Hey, there we go. There we go. Hey, everybody out there in YouTube and Facebook world. Um, we are getting things started for tonight's webinar. I got to mute my phone here because it's going to just drive me nuts. Because it's just beeping and beeping and beeping. There we go. There we go. So we got a class tonight that we're going to do, but before we get started, I'm going to show a couple things here. Meeting is definitely being live streamed. Let me get this out of the way. Click OK. There we go. Tonight, before we get started, a couple little announcements. It is Pick Your Own Sequence Month at Pixel Pro Displays. If you haven't been in the club for a year, or you're new to the club, it's everybody's favorite time of the year, and it's also everybody's most annoyed point in the year, because we put out at least 30 sequences, 40 sequences a year, and there's always something that doesn't hit the club, and so it's not a triple play sequence, so you end up having to pay either full price for it or wait for a special day to come along, like today, like this month, like November. And it is now November, and it's Pick Your Own Month, so you can go in the store as a PPD Sequence Club member and pick any pro or original layout sequence. The pro's still $10 upgrade, the original's included, and you can also pick a second song, no code needed for this, a second song, and get a second song for 50% off. That's the November club member deal that we always do every single year. It is a way for us to say thank you to you guys for being club members. It is a big deal to us to give away sequences. We don't often give away full sequences. They're usually a rare treat that we do give away, and the reason for that is because we believe that they are some of the best sequencing that you could ever pick up anywhere. And without any more flowery introduction, I want to show. I also have on the screen a 50% off deal for club members too. If you want to pick up the song Pentatonics and Bocelli, they did a fantastic song. Do You Hear What I Hear? This is the ad that I put out earlier today, and that is this sequence right here. You can go to the website, pick this up. Just use the code that you see here on the screen. It is PPD Club SS, and that's the code. If you go and use the code, and you have to be logged in, you have to be a PPD Club member in order to get this, and there's only 20 seats. 20 seats in order to pick it up, and a number have been picked up already. We started this earlier today. Okay, well, it's actually a little lower than that, but you have to hurry. You have to hurry. Rob's counting them down as they're coming in. Cha-ching, cha-ching, he's going. But that's the big announcement for this month. November is always an exciting month, and we're glad to have everybody as a club member hang around and then finally get to pick one of the songs that we put out, and maybe we'll do something special towards the end of the month for PPD Club members. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get started with tonight's class, and that is on the EZRGB system. The EZRGB team has teamed up with us here at PPD. Every year we offer to do the xLights Around the World sequences. Now, the club members, if you're a club member, last month one of the club songs was an option. And earlier this year, without me knowing it, I had clairvoyance, or my crystal ball was working, and we sequenced the other song. So, and it was a club member song. But for those of you who would like to, and you're not club members, would like to get the xLights Around the World songs, the official titles of those songs were released back in August, and we busted our tail to get one of them, to get the other one completed. And they're now set up on the EZRGB system. And I'm going to let Robert kind of take over a little bit here. This is the EZRGB website. If you go to the homepage here, Robert, I'm going to turn it over a little bit to you, and kind of let you take it from here. But I'm going to drive around and show you guys this stuff, and we're not going to do the entire webinar live. So if you want, the best way to see all of the content tonight is to jump in the Zoom room and join us here, because there's going to be more stuff after we're done going live. So we're only going to go so far, probably about 20 or 30, 20 minutes or so, Rob. And I'm going to let Rob take it from here, and him and I are going to kind of work together and walk through this thing called EZRGB and help you guys get at least 2 free sequences. And there's a 3rd free sequence. I talked about 3 sequences in the email. So Rob, go ahead and let's dive into this. What do you think? Where should we start?
Upload those 2 files that are unique to your layout, not the PPD layout, not the original, not the Pro, your layout. So you're actually uploading your layout, and then the system takes your layout and it maps over all the effects and renders them correctly. So what you get back is a show player ready file. And what I mean by that is you don't have to open up a computer. You actually just go in, you put it onto your show player, and your show player will then play that sequence. So there's no worrying about, did I render it? Is it updated? None of that. You just put this on your show player and your show player will play it. So that's what I mean by show player ready. So it is a ready to run or a plug and play sequence that you're allowed to do. So now what we're gonna do is Kai's gonna kind of walk you through like the basic setups of getting your free sequences. So right now you want to be a part of the xLights Around the World project, or you just want some free sequences, right? Either or, these sequences are the xLights Around the World sequences for 2025. So you could take these sequences, put them on your show, video them, go to the xLights Around the World webpage, and upload your videos that easy. Even if you don't want these 2 songs to play in your show, you can at least do it so you're one more home and one more display that the guys over there at the xLights Around the World have to add to this. I think last year they were like in the 800 or 900 range. Let's see if we can crack 1,000 for them this year by making it so simple for you to be part of this project that you can do this and submit your video, just to give Jordan Nash a little bit more work that he has to do to render out this massive video to submit out. And it's actually really cool to be part of it too.
To be honest, we want to break Jordan's computer. They've never broke over 1,000 on a video, so we'd love this year to see 1,000 entries in the xLights Around the World for each song. That would be fantastic. So I'm gonna jump in here, and I'm gonna start with the logging in. So if you go to EZRGB.com, they have a little dude sitting here. We'll go click here and. Maybe, I think I got this out of the way. Hold on a second. There we go. Log in.
Yep.
And I'll come over here.
So it's full screen, Clyde.
What's that?
Hit F11 so it goes full screen for you.
F11. There we go.
There you go. Just to give you a little bit more real estate.
So I'm going to log in. This is my actual personal account. And, oh, look, it says invalid email.
Well, that didn't work for you.
Yeah, that's terrible. That should work. Huh.
Well, nothing like breaking
Nothing.
the website.
Yeah, well, that's not even the right email address. It should be Leechburg Lights. Let me. Oh wait, that's why. I know why. I know why.
It's going back to your Gmail.
Yeah. Well, it should be. There we go. That's got to be the right password. Ha! Oh my gosh!
First
of course,
of all, you have to remember your correct password and your correct email.
There we go.
Hey, 17th time to try, and that's how many of those sequences are left to buy.
Let's quickly get off of this screen and go to my layout.
Go ahead and exit out on the left hand side.
Oh yeah.
Right hand side. Okay, so what this does is it brings you, when you log in, it brings you right to your layout. So Clyde has already uploaded the layout. If you haven't uploaded the layout, it's going to say please upload your layout now. So since he's already uploaded one, it kind of gives you the date stamp of when he did it. So the last time he uploaded a sequence or his layout was October 5th. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. So what this tells you is when you go in to buy a sequence and you're like, man, why is it still showing my Halloween display? This is why. You can come to this page on the My Layout page and look and say, oh, I haven't uploaded my layout recently. It's still showing the one from October. So when you come to this page, you're going to go either upload a fresh layout or you're going to go re-upload layout because you already have one. So go ahead and click that, Clyde.
All right.
And then the next thing it's going to say is, hey, what's the name of your show? And from what I'm told, this is going to be incorporated later. So they're going to do like almost like a custom sequence for you where it says like, so Clyde's typing in Rilla Drive Lights. It'll say, welcome to Rilla Drive Lights. Tune into 100.3. So that's why they asked for this information. It's not because they're trying to get your data or anything like that. It's because they're going to incorporate it into your show later. Go ahead. So you click next, and now there's two things you can do. You can upload your individual files, which is your RGBFX and your xLights network file, or you can package a sequence. We'll package your show zip and then upload the zip at one time. So for this demonstration, we're not going to do the zip one. We're going to do the individual files because to me, I think it's kind of easier. So when you come into it, you're going to just read the buttons as you go. It says upload network XML. So that is your RGB or that is your xLights network file. So you're going to come right in and you'll see.
I got to get to it first real quick. There's a little bit digging.
So in the meantime, there are 15 of those sequences left. And that is brought to you by our sponsors, Pixel Per Displays. Two great guys with no hair.
All right, here we go. This is our demo folder. This is our demo folder for tonight.
Okay. So now we're going to select the xLights Network XML. So that is in your show folder, okay? So go ahead and click that. And now it's going to validate the file and update it. And now we're going to upload the RGBFX XML. So now we're going to click on that. And then we're going to click on the RGBFX XML. And then it's going to validate that file as well. And then it's going to say uploading. And this file's a little bit bigger, so it might take a little bit longer to upload. And now you see that the data's changed. We're no longer, and it just by coincidence, the last time Clyde updated was October 5th. He waited exactly a month.
Exactly a
month. This demo. And it's November 4th, but this uses a different time zone. So it is now November 5th. We are living in the future, people. You're welcome. Mm-hmm. You didn't think it was possible.
Didn't think
Somehow
it was possible.
EZRGB did it. They took you to the future. Okay. So what this does now is it uploaded both of your two files that you need to make your sequences unique, and it renders on your unique layout, not a paid sequencer's layout. So if you go to the tab at the top, this is all you're going to do at this point. And now you're going to go to the tab at the top. It says xLights Around the World. You're going to click that. And now you're going to be able to see the two sequences. Now, the way that we had them write this out to make it easier for you is it says get the sequences. So that's obviously your first step. And then the second step is submit your video. Now that link actually takes you to the xLights Around the World page. And you're able to go over there. Clyde got click happy. You have to understand, Clyde loves buttons. If you want Clyde's credit card information, send him an email with a button on it, and he will click that thing faster than you can say,
all right. Let's move on.
Anyways, so the other one says, then submit your video. So if you go there, it's going to take you to the xLights Around the World page where you actually submit the video for the project. If you're curious, maybe you don't want the sequences because, you know, they're very expensive, free, it costs you a lot of money. So you can click on view the sequences below each one and it gives you the video of them. And then if you scroll down more, I don't know if there's anything else. No, that was it. See, that was, I overtalked, I oversold the page. Okay, so now when he clicked get the sequences, it takes you to the My Sequence page, which is also under the My Account page. Yep. And you'll see that it shows the 2 sequences in there, but they are an old time. So that time should update once once the system re-renders it. So as the systems re-render it, it's probably going to take about 10 minutes. So we're going to go off the rails. We're going to show you something totally awesome. I am so happy that the guys over there did this. So what they did is they've gotten a lot of feedback from individuals saying that this didn't render right, or I always put candy canes on my matrix columns. I would like that freedom to do so. So again, they're taking this completely out of it where you don't need a computer, right? So they don't want you having to go into xLights every time and update something. So they brought it to the website. And this is absolutely phenomenal. So Clyde, you can see my mouse moving, right?
Yep.
Okay. So what this is a layout editor built into EZRGB. So this is super exciting. So I'm going to shut my video off so it gives you full view of what I'm about to show you. So you go in here and you go to My Layout. So this is, don't touch the mouse, Clyde. And this is under every account right now. And this is under, so you log in, you'll go to My Account. My Account brings you here to your personal information. So now everybody knows where Clyde lives. And then you're going to click My Layout. So this is the My Layout button. And now down here, you will see Edit Layout. And I know everybody's not so excited because they don't know what's about to happen on this page, but I am already excited. So here we go. So we're going to click Edit Layout. And what this does is it brings your layout up in 3D. If you have 3D, if you don't have 3D, it'll be in 2D, but you can now see your layout. I know, everybody's super excited now, as excited as I was just a few moments ago. So now you can come in here and you can kind of see, and you can say, you know what? This thing on the top of my house didn't render right. How can I fix that? So you can zoom into it, you can scroll around, you can kind of view it, you can move around, and the controls are the same as what xLights is. And then we're going to go find it over here. So let's reset view, boom, right back out. And now we're going to hover across these. And as I hover, your prop is going to light up. So it helps you find out what that prop is on top, because you might have called this thing the star of beautifulness on top of my home, right? So you're going to go down, and as we go, oh, hey, it lit up. That's the Bethlehem star. So now I'm going to click on it. And then in here, it says override what the EZRGB system did. And now you can come here and you can change the mapping of it. So now you can do, hey, this is a singing star. This is a non-singing prop. I want this thing to be on all the time in white. I want this to be on all the time and match the primary color of the sequence. I want this thing on the secondary color of the sequence. I want a territory color of the sequence. I want primary color alternating on the beat. I want primary color per beat. I want secondary color per beat. There are so many options in here for you to do. So that's one thing, right? And maybe you love the sequence the way that it is, and you're not going to override anything, right? But if you do want to override something, you can come in here and you can change it, and you can say, you know what, the mapping was fine. I didn't care about anything with that, but it's not a star. This is actually a snowflake. So you click OK, and you'll see over here now that it marks it with a question mark hazard sign, or whatever you want to call it, letting you know that something's been changed on that. So then later on, if you're wondering why it's acting weird, you know that, hey, I applied something to this, so I can come back in here and unapply it, and you see that it disappears. So what this does now is you come in here, and the developers of EZRGB asked if you do change this, this only makes it better for everybody, okay? So let's say this was completely wrong. It wasn't a star. It was a snowflake. Then come in here, and you type why you changed it. You know, hey, this is a snowflake. and then click OK. It sends that information on why you changed this to the developers of EZRGB, so they can go back in and look and say, hey, you know what? We did get that wrong. I thought that was a Bethlehem star. That was not a Bethlehem star. That was a snowflake indeed. So it sends them that information. It sends them your layout to review. And then once they agree with your changes, they click accept on their side, and then it goes in and it actually fixes that part of the layout, and it always adds that then from now on. So then later on, if for whatever reason you don't want this to be a snowflake anymore, because maybe you changed your mind on it, you come in here, you uncheck it, and at the top here, I don't see it. Oh, so I didn't change anything, so that's why. So it's not at the top, it's on the side. So I put, this is a snowflake, because you want to give them the feedback so they can fix it. And if I misspell something, just bear with me, because I'm trying to go through this so we're not taking up precious time. So we click OK, and then it says submit over here. So before I submit this, I just want to show you, now that that's been changed, if I move off of it, you will now see that stays lit up red, and this one's now blue because I clicked on Candy Cane Left 1. So now if I go to Candy Cane Left 2, you'll see that it lights up and the next one lights up. But if I click on the next one, it shows me in blue which one I'm going to edit. But this one stays red because this is the one that already has a change to it. So if we go through and we make this one a change as well, and we say, you know what, this wasn't a candy cane, this was a cat. So now you can go into this layout and you'll see there's 2 changes that you applied to this layout for whatever reason. But that is why it'll light up red, showing that you overrode the system. So that's why it's red. And then if you come back in here and you override it, it goes back to just being normal. So another thing that's a common problem that they've experienced over there is the Tune 2 sign. So, you have a Tune 2 sign. My radio station isn't shown on the Tune 2 sign. You could see that it actually labeled it as a Tune 2. But let's say that it didn't label it as a Tune 2. That's what you would come in here and you would type in, hey, this is a Tune 2 sign. That's what I want it to be. You're going to click OK. And then you can come in over here and say, you mark this as a singing face. It's actually a Tune 2 sign. So that's where this becomes very powerful now for you. Now, they don't give you free reign to keep changing stuff on this and it just keeps re-rendering. They do have to approve the renders because they want to see why you're changing something. Did they miss the mark? Did they do something wrong? Because for a lot of people that I think use the EZRGB system, I don't think they want to go in here and actually change anything. So if you come in here and say, hey, this is a snowflake and the team over there got it wrong, they want to fix it for everybody. So now anybody that has this particular snowflake, I know I keep calling it a snowflake and it's not, bear with me. This particular snowflake, now they get the correct rendering as well. So it's not just based on your layout. It's also based on the feedback that you're giving for everybody else to come in here as well. Because you're kind of like spot checking on it that, hey, I bought this weird prop from ABC Coro and it's not rendering correctly. Well, why? Tell the team over there why it's not rendering correctly, and then they'll go in and fix it. So then anybody else that goes back to ABC Coro, they'll know exactly what that prop is, and it works correctly for them now moving forward, and they don't have to report the same problem. So that's where this is super cool. I like that you really don't have to remember what your props are named. I like that it has the reset view, and I like that you can kind of just go along and it keeps highlighting your props as you go until you kind of figure out, oh, it was that icicle that I wanted to update right there. That's the one I was looking for. It was rendering wrong and I want to fix it. And so I hope this makes the experience over there buying a PPD sequence that much better. I hope that this makes it a lot easier for you. And I really do hope that you take the time to, check out your layout. If you see something wrong, tell them why it's wrong, and submit your form so that it renders that way for you. And take the time to participate in the xLights Around the World project by using the sequence, since it's just that much easier for you now to be able to change a couple things. So going back to it, we changed these 2 things. And we're going to go back down to, which ones did we change? We changed this one here. So what did I do wrong? Hold on a second. It undid something. So let's go back and say, hey, this is a snowflake. And then I don't want to click it because it's going to re-render what Clyde's getting rendered right now. But again, you type in what it is, you type in the problem over here, and then you go, this is the type. So type is your model type. And then mapping is, maybe it's a singing snowflake. Maybe, you wanted, so a great example of this is, let's go find one of those singing faces. So do we see a singing face?
Singing tree.
There we go. So this one says tree singing default role, and this one says tree singing default role. So maybe we want to go in and say, hey, the one on the left, he's my favorite one. I spray painted that one. I made that one look all pretty. I want that one to always be the primary singer, right? And then, for your reason over here, I want this one to be main singer, right? So then you submit it to them, and then you go to the next one and you say, hey, I want to make sure the one on the right is always the secondary singer or the backup singer, right? So whatever. So if there's two singers in a song, it would be the backup singer. If there's, only one singer and there's a backup. So, hey, I want this one to be the backup singer. Now, this doesn't work per sequence. This works per all sequences. So when you have this freedom to go in here and kind of select this, it's going to re-render every one of your sequences this way. So this isn't a per sequence thing. This is a per layout thing. So you come in, you change this, and you say, hey, I want to be backup singer. And then I can't sing, so you don't want me to be a backup singer, but that tree wants to be a backup singer. So, and then that's just, and then you kind of go in here and you can kind of change different things, and you can see this is a tree type, it's a tree. So just in case something renders wrong, you can now come in here and, you watch your video and you say, man, this one reef over here does something different, right? So you come over here and you try finding that reef, and you say, I should use models that make sense of what the user might have named this thing. So let's find a reef. And I don't see a reef. Maybe it's a Boscoia reef, and maybe it's not. Maybe I'll just hover over this and see where it takes me to. Chroma reef. There we go. Okay, so maybe this one was marked as a reef. See, this is a circle, this is a circle, and maybe this one's marked as a spinner. And you wonder why this one's different. Well, and then you can come in here and kind of look and be like, I see why it's different. And then you can come in here and override and say, hey, I changed this to a circle because my other two are circles, and for some reason this model is not. And they're the same model. You know what I mean? Give the developers feedback on this so they can kind of see what's going on and why you're changing something. And the only thing it's going to do is make your layout better for the future. So that's really all I have to say about this. Just keep in mind, it's not instant. You have to click submit, and the developers over there will review your layout, and they'll accept it. And then you'll be able to see the results, and you'll obviously get an email saying, hey, your sequences are rendered whenever they do go through the check, and then it automatically renders it for you. But then in the future, all your layouts will remember these tips that you put on it, and they'll always stay that way. So you don't have to keep coming back in and doing it per sequence. Again, this is per layout, not per sequence. So I'm going to give it back to Clyde, and we're going to go over to my sequences, and I hope that they are rendered by now. Clyde?
I hope they are rendered. I'm pretty sure they are. So we'll go back to my sequences, and we can double check here. So it says it's 11:32 p.m.
Yeah, but it still says 10:04.
Yeah, they still say 10:04. Maybe do we need to do a refresh? Let's try a refresh. Oh, 11:04. There we go. So the first one's done. Jingle Bells, Batman Smells. That one's done. If we want to if we want to preview that one, that should, that's not the right layout.
That looks like your layout.
Yeah. Yeah, that's still my old layout. Not sure exactly why. It hasn't completed a render yet. Maybe they have a. Maybe they have somebody looking in the background there. If you can double check. But the nice thing is one of the things after you've made a purchase, like even on our PPD site, after you made the purchase of the sequence, you have to go and purchase the music, and that forces you to go back to the web page, to the link to get the music. The nice thing is with their system, and which maybe we could, I don't know if we could be able to set this up on PPD, maybe a different version of our website if we could do a new one. Maybe you could click on these and this would open it up and take you right over to that page. But yeah, that'd be the link to the MP3, wherever that link would take you. There's the other link to. There we go. That's last year's xLights around the world. Yeah. Just we'll go ahead and hit refresh and see if that did anything.
So they just got back to me and they said that it seems that everybody went in and submitted to get a couple sequences.
So everybody's
because
playing.
We had to talk first. Everybody else beat us to it.
So everybody is playing with
Shame
it right
on
now.
you selfish people.
Yeah,
you selfish people out there.
So it's gonna take some time for it to render. Gee, I wonder how many's in the queue.
Let me see. It just replied back and said 120.
Oh well. Who saw that one coming? I didn't.
Nothing like going live.
But that's the way it goes.
So, cue the elevator music.
Not exactly the elevator music.
So it's usually way.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh well, hey, you know what? Look, this is what happens when you go live. We usually, when Robert and I go live, it's usually a contained specimen that we control the room. We don't control EZRGB and how fast things run on their server. So, but in any event, you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them in chat. I'm very interested to play with this now with my layout because honest to God, I really hadn't seen this fully demonstrated to the level at which I had an idea that something like this was coming, but I didn't know that it was going to be full 3D and to be able to go in here and just rotate it. It looks like they're probably still working on it. I noticed our little trees got the lean forward there. They've got the
they got the lean back.
They got the proactive view. They're ready to charge the viewers there.
But at the same time, that may be how the user, because those ones aren't like that. So that may be how the user designed that one.
Possibly.
Because everything else isn't leaning, so I think that might just be the way that one. Because I don't see the EFL trees leading or anything like that, and they're on the same Z plane.
Yeah, so I don't know. Again, so that's another thing too. Like when we do these things live specifically in front of people, what tends to happen is we find little things, and then the developers get all excited because, oh, they got to go fix something. I know what's wrong with that. They're probably sitting in the back there, they're laughing right now, probably. But hey, it is what it is, right? Let's maybe we have an update. Let me
No, they said they pushed one of yours to the front. It was Sounding Joy. I know it's not the exact one that we're.
Oh yeah, that would be this one.
But I don't know if it's done or not.
Yeah, probably not done yet. Yeah, that's the old layout. But you know what? I was gonna save this for later, but since we're live, and crap happens. I got a box in the mail today, and I didn't expect to do this right now, but I ordered from EZRGB. I got a order from them, and there's some pretty exciting things that if you haven't. So EZRGB is the company that we work with, and they do a lot more than just what you see on the screen there. And some of the things that I wanted to, one of the main things I wanted to try out was I got a box of stuff. So I'm going to go through a couple of things that I ordered. This is probably the one thing that I'm really the most excited about. I got two of these. And this is, I'm trying to hold this up. I hope y'all can see it. This is what looks like a pixel extender. Also known to some of you as maybe something similar to an F-amp, where it's going to extend data. And I want to take this gum band, we call them in Pennsylvania. This is a 25-foot extension with a F-amp or a pixel extender in the middle. It's not an F-amp, but there's no branding on it. And then this is another 25 feet extension. So this is a 50-foot extension, and it's X-Connect. And I'm super excited because I do this exact thing manually with a F-amp of my own and two 25-foot extensions. In fact, I bought two 25-foot extensions here because I wanted to get some white ones. They actually sell white ones. So it's like having two of these, buy an F-amp and connect them together. This is all built into one extension cord. So I'm really super excited about this. The price is like... it's a 50-foot cord, and I use it for my icicles. So along the front side of the house here, I have icicles, and I have 400 on one output, I think. With the F-amp, for 2 years I ran them with the F-amp in the middle. Now this one will be just built in because now I'm going to add in the back roof, and I'm going to have to do the same run. So I got two of these in preparation for that. I got some white extension cords because these are going to be in the back. You won't see them; they'll blend in with the siding. And then I got some other extension cords. I got a bunch of extension cords. But basically, what I wanted to show you about these cords that I really, really like is the fact that they are all labeled with these heat shrunk labels here. The blue, that designates that they're 25 footers, and I think I got the green ones. The green ones are 10 footers. They have red ones too. Those are 5 footers. I really don't have anything that's 5 feet away from the controller anymore. So I usually stick to 10 foot and 25 foot, and those do a really good job. But I do like the extension cords for the RGB. They're terrific, and I can't wait to use these. Huge time saver. Don't have to look for my F-amp. And I don't know about you guys, but if you're like me and you, I like to keep my extension cords connected to my props, and those flat cables are so much easier to wrap up and maintain than those round cables. The other thing I like is these will come with a little wire tie on them. I twist the wire tie back onto the collar. And then at the end of the season, I use the same wire tie. After I wrap it up, I wire tie it together, so that way it doesn't come apart. But anyway, that was my little kind of purchase today. Well, purchased it last week, but showed up today. Let's see if this showed up here. It still didn't show up. Let's see. Maybe. No. No, that's still the old one. Yeah, that's still the old one. Isn't it? Yeah, that's still the old one.
They said it's on
there. That's crazy, because that. How many people? Okay, everybody out there. How many of you actually went to the website and did that? No, I'm curious. Now I'm curious.
Lisa said she did. You guys set us up for failure.
That's crazy.
Dale said he did.
Dale did. Ah, it says it's done. I just got an email. If you're on YouTube, you heard my sound. So I should be able to update this and see it. It says sounding joy.
Sorry, I didn't realize I disabled chat, everybody. So
I literally did just get an email saying from EZRGB that your sequence is done rendering. So we'll go ahead. We'll play it. Hopefully this one is set up. Hopefully. Oh, that's still wrong. Because that's my house. That's not this layout.
They said when it comes through, it should be Uptown Funk.
Oh. Well, I did. What was the email I got? It says, great news, Ellie Holcomb, sounding joy. I wonder if it's... The code still says expired, Bill. Is that what you said? Oh, now I see a lot of chat going on. So, Rudy, I got the cables. Rudy questioned where did I buy the cables? So if I go here, open.
So they said, that the reason that it's rendering your other sequences under your old show is because you changed your. It must be watching in Facebook land. You changed the name of your show, and that triggered it to re-render everything because you changed it to Rilla Drive Lights or whatever. So because you changed the name, you triggered it to render all that first before it's even going to render the new layout.
Are they on here? Man, they got all them props. RGB lights. It's probably under here. So, Rudy, if you're watching, this is where I ordered it from. So, here's the extensions. They have black ones and they have white ones. They have the 50-footers are the ones with the, and they only have the black ones in 50-foot, but those have the pixel extender in them. There's 10-foot. They have white 10-foots. I think they have 25-foot. Yeah, those are the two white ones that they have. I don't think they have 5-foot ones. No 5-foot white. But that's where I got the extension cords. And of course they have pixels. They have C9s. They have two different kinds of. They have a C9 and a C7 type thing. They look similar, but they're different. And then they have these. These are awesome. These are definitely awesome. This is a repair kit, and you can get it in a male or a female. The male here is if you cut the end of a string off and you're finishing pushing up a prop, and you have the beginning of you have the end of a string that doesn't have the male connector. You can buy one of these, and it comes with the click it. And you just cut off the thing there. And after you cut off the wire there and make it flush, you can use the click it to connect it to the beginning of your string. And you can have those, you just repaired a string. Or if, in my case, my icicles fell off the roof one year. and they had these to fix, so these were great. Anywho, which one did you say they were going to have?
Uptown Funk.
Okay. Oh, I didn't need to go there. I want to go to my account, and I want to go to sequences, and you say Uptown Funk.
Yep.
So what did they say that because it was
So when you went in here, the first thing you did was, when I was explaining the show name, you changed your show name from something to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because you changed your show name, it triggered everything to re-render on your old layout. And then you went and you uploaded your new layout.
Oh.
So if you didn't change the show name, it would have bypassed.
Oh, so they're saying it's my fault. Well, of course it's my fault. Of course it's my fault. That's how it goes. It's all my fault. But no, Bill, you said the code's expired? It can't be. I will go look at that. I still have it up on my screen. No, it should not be expired. It's definitely... yeah, it shouldn't be expired.
Are you auto-applying it, or are you making them type it in?
No, they should have to type it in. Try it again. Try it again, Paul. All right, Bill. Paul. Look at your last name.
So just so everybody that's on here, the only thing we're waiting for is it to render right now, and it's because everybody jumped ahead of us. But the only thing is we're just waiting for it to render. So everything that we were supposed to do is done. It's just it's taking a little bit of time to render because everybody was super excited.
We're gonna have to edit the video, so it's
when you edit the video, I want to see like us talking about it, and then I want to show like a mob of people with pitchforks and torches storming the castle, and the castle has the PPD logo on it, and it says this was everybody that jumped the line in front of us as we were doing a live feed. So we had to fast forward 20 minutes into the future for you to see a sequence.
No, so Matt brings up a good point, and there's a reason why we didn't. Matt said you should have done it like the cooking shows and had this thing done ahead of time. The thing is that I wanted you to be able to see, oh, there was my old layout, but then it changed over to the new one. But I shot myself in the foot with that. So
because he had to update a name.
Well, again, I wasn't practicing ahead of time. So it should have just worked, but oh well. Next time we go live, I'll make 7 blank accounts just to test it. How's that? Is there a limit on changing the layout? Robert, is there a limit on changing the layout? Will it always re-render every time?
I don't believe so. It's just it always has to go through their approval. So if you change it and then they approve it, and then you go back through and you change it again, then you're gonna have to wait until they get time to go back through and approve it, because they're looking to see why you changed it. And if you're just changing it because you want to see what else it can do, I assume they might block you. I don't know.
There, Steve, it worked, did it? Paul, did it work?
It looks like Uptown Funk is updated.
11:4. Well, hopefully. Oh, look, no video.
Just hit refresh.
Try. There we go. Man, it really doesn't like me.
It does not. It's not done uploading the video yet, they said. You're getting the inside scoop because you're sitting there clicking refresh.
Yeah, see, like you said, I'm button happy. Or click happy. But no, Dale asked a question up there. I missed that. Do we have the ability to change render type like from default to horizontal? I don't believe so. I don't know that. The thing is that I think that there might be a limit to, if you do this for one thing, it's going to happen across all things. So the idea is that the sequencing is going to handle how effects are going to render across them. And of course, whenever I sequence, I already kind of take that into consideration. So
let's refresh one more time, and let's see if we have Uptown Funk.
Wah, wah, wah.
Do a Control Shift F5.
Nope.
He said it should be ready now.
That's the old one. Oh crap, I've completely forgive me if you're over there on YouTube. I know you guys are over there chatting and I haven't looked over there yet. Happy Bear 14, shout out to you. He's been talking the whole time and I've been ignoring him. I'm sorry. Awesome sequences. Some sequences, he brings up a good point. Some sequences are specific to certain props and layouts. Sometimes they are, but not necessarily. Any effect will work on any prop. The problem is that if it's effects that are derived just for layering on one specific prop, and you take those effects and you put them on two different props, they're not going to layer on one prop the way that they would two separate props would. So, yeah, you're right. Sometimes yes and sometimes no. But for the most part, everything should work pretty well. So, and then so the other thing that he said was, and this is a good point for some people to take note of, buy the correct props to match the sequences and match the sequences to your actual home layout. While yes, you can say that, usually xLights will still render effects and so forth, but for the most part, anything that you apply an effect to can take effects from something else. So don't make that a hard and fast rule. The problem is with everything that's available. If you want something custom sequenced, you have to literally go do that yourself. I see some more comments there. Clear my cache. I don't know that I don't know that I can clear my cache. Did the ATW? I did the ATW magic the other day, and it seemed to bomb on me here. Here's the video. So Steve's sharing a video. Oh, and it's going to open up here. So here's Steve's video of magic. So what we'll do is, see how it says at the bottom, get in touch, email sales at EZRGB. So Steve, did you already send him a message about that? Because sometimes things do happen and they want to know, because they want to be able to jump back and they want to be able to jump back and get those things cleared up and working the right way. It should be automated. So Steve, if that does happen, by all means, where's the home? I need to go back here. my account, my show settings, my sequences, maybe preview. Yeah, it doesn't like that file format. Or could it be the browser? It doesn't like the browser. See if I can hit play fast enough. I'm trying to hit play fast enough. That didn't work. It did full screen it though. But in any event, 13. Did the other one come up? No, it's still the old one.
No, they said the only one that they let you jump the line on was that.
So maybe I need to log into a different browser. Let's try a different browser. All right, let's see if this one works. Maybe it is the browser. Or maybe it's stuck because now it's showing, but it won't play.
Wah, wah.
I was so close. Let's go back to the sequences. Yeah, that's still the old one. Yeah, that's still the old one. You know what we can do? The FSEQ file's online, isn't it? Let's see if we can, you want to see if we can get it in onto the layout? Robert?
Well, you can't do the FSEQ file. You have to do the edit file.
What do you mean?
You have to download the edit file, not the FSEQ file.
Oh, the edit files.
Oh, they just said they're working on this in the background. Don't download anything.
Oh. Don't touch it.
So I think it's time to end it there. We can kind of clip this in, and as they're probably panicking over there. So I say we can end the live feed here, and then as we get this fixed, we can just splice it into the end of the video. And just give them a little bit extra time. But nonetheless, the only thing you have to do is upload your xLights files, your RGB effects, and your network file, and go click the xLights sequences, and then the sequences will start rendering and give you that show ready file for the end. The only thing we weren't getting was the preview file. The other files were there, we just weren't getting them. So.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead.
Disappointing that we didn't get the video to kind of show you guys, but you guys can all try this out yourself. If you have any questions, we're in the Zoom room right now. You can jump in and you can kind of show us what EZRGB did for you, and if you had any issues with it as well.
No, and I apparently we have the developer's ears at the moment. So if you have anything that, like some of the comments in the comment section have said. Please feel free to bring them up because, that's one of the things they want to work on. And then we're going to go to open mic night. So everybody, YouTube, especially Happy Bear 14. That's a fantastic name, Happy Bear. thank you for all the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys, and have a good evening. Goodbye for now.